And we're live. All right. So we have the OGs, the March and April. And today we're having our capstone presentations that cover JavaScript and object oriented programming. So we're about to witness some brilliant projects from some brilliant students here today. So let us just quickly go through the project's requirements as well as what we are expecting to see from each team and each team lead. So I'm just going to quickly share my screen. All right. So this is the capstone project. It's called the Ticket Station, where the students are supposed to develop a ticket booking website with free and paid events. So the project has both a landing page just to showcase the app as well as the actual application being built using JavaScript, object oriented programming, and ES6 principles. If you are a recruiter who's watching this, I'm pretty sure that this is all you need if you are looking for a JavaScript developer. Because if someone understands the fundamentals of programming and they understand object oriented programming and they know ES6, anything else that you get from a student at this stage is either soft skills is what you'll be looking for, or bonuses like frameworks, because this is the core. This is all that you need to become a developer. And our students are about to showcase their expertise and their skill. So the assessment criteria is the aesthetic appeal and user friendliness of the app, proper application of OOP principles, this is non negotiable, adherence to JavaScript best practices, a working live link where the project can be viewed. We need to see a link that's clicked. If we click on it, we can view it. Of course, responsiveness is key. Last time we saw so many projects were not responsive, but now the message is very clear. It needs to be responsive. In fact, I'm only just going to be checking from my phone. I'm not even going to look at the web version. I just want to check from my phone. And then there should be a clear sign of teamwork and collaboration, as well as strict adherence to the project's deadline. And I'm very proud to say that we offered to extend the deadline, but it was met with a harsh response from the whole cohort. They were like, no flipping way. I had you, Lareth and Loris, you were out there at Durban July whilst we were out here doing sleepless nights. So yes, I'm happy to hear that. And by the way, we were not at Durban July. I'm just playing. So yeah. Then in terms of the roles and the responsibilities, we have a team leader. So the team leader is the one who's going to present their team solution. They're going to share what each team member worked on and how what they contributed, as well as to present the solution, like I've mentioned. So, without further ado, I think that is all that I have to say. I'm just a spectator today. I'm just watching and grading. So, let us have our first group, and that is the group that is led by John Andre. I don't know if he's the leader. You'll have to correct me if I'm mistaken there.
No, I'm not the leader. Theodora is the leader.
Hi guys. I hope everybody is good. So I'm going to be presenting the Ego team today, and I have a situation with my laptop. It just stopped working, so I'm gonna ask Jed to share his screen. All right, guys. Also, this is our front page. We kind of had of issues trying to edit that because we all work together on this one. So some people had to put an input, like you have to edit there and there. So we struggle with this one when we're doing our editions. So we messed up our coding last minute, but we'll work on that as soon as we can. Thank you for walking us through, Jared. So you can, this is Eagle's Station Hub. Here you can purchase tickets to different kind of events, art theaters, family events, and sport events. So please walk us through with our location. So this app, it can actually locate you. So Jared, please allocate our website.
Sorry, Theo. May you please just drop the link in the chat?
All right.
All right, thank you.
John Henry. So we're basically in New York. Jared, please go down. Okay, it says ticket to memorable events. Oh, you're going fast. Okay, these are the kind of tickets we offer. Concert tickets, please go down. And sports and theater, art and theater, family. Thank you, John. Thank you. Thank you. And then please go to family events. You can come here if you're looking for family events. Here you go. And okay. It looks like he opened everything, all the events. He actually explored. So here you can book our tickets with us. But we asked one of our team members to edit this part. So it looks like we even messed up our code in last minutes. But we had that. We're going to fix that. It just happened this morning. It's not a big issue. Please book a ticket for us. Okay, this is our shopping cart. This is our shopping cart. It can book the ticket, but it's going to multiply because we had a problem editing that. Otherwise, that is the only problem we had with this website, just the clearing of the card. So I think John Henry is going to explain what really happened there because it just happened this morning. I was not even aware. I think we're both not aware because when we slept, we had everything good. So the problem was with the editions this morning. John Henry, please explain to us.
Okay, the problem we have is, well, Jared can also talk. The problem we have is that we have once you click on book, it drags over all the images and content. It doesn't just give us the one image and content that we selected from the event to display properly. You can see here all the events here. If you click on book, then it doesn't allow us to display just that one. Now we don't know. We have many different JavaScript files, so we're not certain where exactly the mistake of that could be. So that's one challenge that we did experience. We thought it was just a minor thing to fix, but apparently not so minor. So we would like some input on that and assistance on that afterwards, if you could, because this is a lot of information. But yeah, that's the only challenge we had. Thanks, guys.
All right. And John Henry this morning was so confident saying we must present today because he thought we were done. We actually were done. We just messed up everything in last minute. So we just had to remove that so we can just redo it relaxed. And thank you so much, guys, for your time.
Okay.
I can present the
Actually,
contact
I'm
us
sorry.
page.
I'm sorry about that. They're gonna walk us through the contact us page and everything that I did not mention. Sorry.
Okay, so with the contact us page, it's a little bit weird. I know. I also see it a little bit weird, especially with this little form. With this form, you basically submit a problem or issue you can submit the message. We have a live map of where we are stationed. So we are stationed in New York. I decided to use Empire State Building because why not? And our team members are displayed at the bottom.
All
Thank
right.
you,
All
John.
good. All good. All good. Theo, please share how each team member contributed and what each team member worked on.
All right. Please go back to the homepage, Jed. Just log in first. Okay, here's the thing. I created the homepage, and then John Henry and Jed actually added some of the features there on top, because I forgot the contact us section and the card. I asked them to add that, and I added the logo. I did the styling in the front side, and we all did back end together. Hence we messed up because we had to go through each other's code. That's where we messed up, because we did everything together with the back end. And okay, let me ask John Henry to walk us through. It looks like he has something to say. I mean, Jared, I feel like I'm not explaining it better, but yep.
So I just wanted to make it clear that John and I did the back end stuff. I sat up a little bit later last night than John to work on this little feature right here, which was the search. And it was a pain. I know it was a pain because I sat through it. So I can search for anything. So sports, family. If let's go sport. It gives me all the sporting tickets that you can search for that you won't see on the homepage, and it will go straight to the cart as well. But I don't know why it's not displaying, because it was displaying before I pushed it to GitHub. So I'm not too sure on what the issue is there, but I'm definitely going to have a look at that. Thank you.
Okay. All good. And please share. I would like to see the code. I would like to see the actual code just to go through it and see if I can spot some things. Just the JS files.
There's a few, but they all scattered because they weren't put into files when I received them. So I didn't want to mess with anything, and then everything breaks, and then we have to finish everything properly. But here it is. Here's the 1JS. This is the Explorer. Here's the index. Okay, let me just drag and drop because that's a lot easier. There's the family events, the index, and the search. So here's the explore. Each function has their own little comment to say what each one does so you don't get lost. It's a very good feature for me. So each one has like an image. This was the main function that John and I struggled with the most, because we couldn't get only one image to go through. So we decided to leave it as is and then see if anybody else here has an idea on how we could fix this. And then each, there's stylings, there's
Let's see the file with objects. I want to see the object-oriented programming.
John, do you know where that is? Because I can't really remember.
That's actually mixed. Just go down to, like, for example, the cart. Cortes. Okay. Here you can see that we used image attributes as the source from the index page. That's our one section where we have an issue with at the image part. And then so we use this dot event data dot images 0. So I figured that using 0 as your first image array, it should have pushed only the first image and not the whole block of images. So that's one issue we had. We tried to resolve that. So I don't understand actually quite well why it's doing what it's doing, but yeah, okay. So we added the event listener on the click also. Once you click on the add to cart, and it will pass only the selected event data. So that's also, I don't know if there's something that maybe could be short there to prevent prevent one image from passing through and not all of it. Then we have let's go down here. We've created a few elements extra, which we created the genre, the name, the date, the time, and the price elements onto those section that's pulled actually. It will add those attributes, and we set the constructor to contribute also if you want to edit one of those, say for the time, the date, and the genre or the price, then you can just edit it on those according to those classes. And then yeah, that's it. I don't know what Theo wants to say. Yeah.
Okay, Theo.
All right. With this JavaScript, I'm not really sure how to walk it through because I sent some JavaScript before that I did, and they said they had to remove it because some of the things were not even necessary here. They actually edited the whole thing, so it looks like they restarted this whole. They did this from scratch. Now I see now, so I can walk you through with the JavaScript part. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So cool. I would like to get the file. So we're not going to do online grading because there's a lot that went into this. So I'll need to just go through it individually to actually spend some time on this, as well as yeah, I'll need to check it and then see, right? However, I just have some comments that I would like to give you guys. Firstly, with your files on the left hand side. So you need to put all your images in one folder, put all your CSSs in one folder, put all your JavaScript files in one folder. Everything should be easy so that it's neater also, and it also allows you to be able to quickly get to where you want to get to. So that's one thing. And then may please can I okay, Jared, you can stop sharing. I just wanted to point out a few things on where you guys can improve. But great job, guys. Well done. I know this was not easy at all. You guys look like you spent a lot of time on it. So on your homepage where I am now, as you can see, you have a problem with your menu over here. I like this logo. You've got a problem where you have too many things. So either make sure you remove one thing or try to make everything fit on one line, right? Just go on the websites that you use every day. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about, right? And then I like this search bar. I like it a lot. It's got a nice locate me thing. I don't know if it works. Okay, it just says United States of America. Okay. And then it pulls through US events. So okay, that's fine. Just make sure that it works. And it looks like it works. Well done. I know this is not easy. I know this is definitely not easy. And then you've got this little section over here. Well done again. I like it. You did well, guys. Everything here is, you guys did well. You guys did very, very well. I'll just hope that you guys also look at color theory. Make sure that in terms of your colors, don't only just put the blue everywhere, unless that's what your brand is all about, is blue and blue, right? You can mix it with green like this and make the green more prominent. So just check out that website that I shared on colors, just to help you with colors. But yeah, besides that, this is a really well done project. I'm really happy. I want to see the code. And then this contact us page needs a lot of work. I think it needs to be redone, because if you look at the theme and the style on this page, because this is clearly Bootstrap, you can see that this is Bootstrap. These are Bootstrap buttons, and it's looking neat. And if you come to this one, it does not look the same. I don't know if it's going to be responsive also. It should be. Yeah, it is. Okay, but you should also check out fonts, because you've got different fonts on this page as opposed to the home page, as opposed to all the other pages. So check out your fonts. Make sure that you're using you're consistent with your fonts, and you're consistent with your colors as well. And yeah, otherwise, yeah, also here, just make sure that you can be consistent with your colors as well. Make sure that you use up to 5 colors. I actually like 3. I actually prefer 3 to maintain consistency. So if you use between 3 to 5 colors on your web page, you should be fine. So yeah, besides that, I am very happy. Wait, actually, I just have one more thing that I know you guys need to fix. So if I say book here, it just takes me to an empty page. So I don't know how I'm supposed to book, because the whole goal is for someone to be able to book free and paid events. So that is like the core function of this whole app, and I can't book anything. So I need help with that. Yes, John Andre.
Yes, so for that section, Jared, actually, and I said this morning, you put in, once the item, let's call it an item, is pulled over from the product section to the cart section. Basically, they will, after you've selected checkout, as in you paid or free event, then there will be an alert displaying saying that the payment was successful. But we can't show you because we don't have that functionality is not working. But that's how far we got with that. So then something happened. We struggling there with something. So yeah.
All right, cool. I hear you. So it looks like you ran out of time. It's just a thing that you ran out of time. So please make sure that you add that. Guys, I want you guys to put this on your portfolio. This is something that you need to go with to an employer. So if it's not working, or if it has bugs and it has issues, it's not going to be good on you. So yeah. All right, Loris.
Yeah, thank you for that, Larith. I think on my end, my comments are more based off the soft skills and what I'm getting from this. not really sure how you guys were communicating as a team and how you were going about this on the teamwork basis. But then I can tell that there are some gaps in that, some holes in that, because first thing I saw, for example, is that when you're presenting, someone's not sure where something is, and so it feels like there was a lot of segmenting done in your work, and there wasn't really a continuous like check on sort of progress meetings that you are having to see what everyone is, so that everyone is on the same page. So that's something that's very important, because I can tell that this is the first project that you guys have worked on where it's the four of you guys, right? And so I think what's very, very important when you're working together, I'm going to send you a video, send everyone a video on sort of the practices that you should be looking at when you're working in a team of more than two people, so that you learn how to do each other. Because, for example, the difference is in the fonts, the difference is in the colors on each and every single page. That's proving that you someone did that, someone did that, someone did that, and then you all just joined it together, but then without much coherence. So on a more soft skills and approach, I feel like more could have been done by that in that regard. It's also up to your team lead to make sure that everyone is on the same page and everyone is working together. So I'm gonna send you guys a video, but what I would suggest off the top of my head is that when you're in a project where there more than one person that is involved, have day-to-day meetings at the end of each and every single day, so that everyone is in touch with. Exactly. The team lead is responsible to ensure the coherence, and have day-to-day meetings, have a board. Larith, what's the app that we use to see who's
Trello, the
exactly?
Trello boards.
Have a Trello board where you can see the things that are in progress right now, and everyone is working on something. You can tell who's done with a particular task, and you log on to that, so that everyone is just step by step to see where each and every single one of you guys are. But then apart from that, I can tell that a lot of effort and work was put into this as well. I'm here to see the actual functionality of the card. So hopefully you guys are going to be able to fix that in time, because the whole project was so that someone can actually book. And on the card, I can't see anything. So apparently there was an error at the end of the day, but then please do just get to go around that and fix that so that we can see that. But also, I hope you guys don't feel too bad about your presentation, because this is something that I don't know why, but once you start presenting live, things start acting funny. So it's not the first time that I've seen a situation where they're going about their presentation and then something stops working. It's perfectly normal. I hope that you don't feel bad about that as well. But then what I will also say is that before you're presenting, have a session as well. So like at 11, have a session where you go on the Zoom link, everyone goes on the Google Meets link, and you actually present together. Because again, and this is again an issue of coherence in the team, what I was seeing was that Theodora is the one that's speaking, but Jared is the one that's scrolling, for example. That those sort of mismatches make your presentation as a whole seem as if it's not too okay. And then the last thing that I'm gonna say is that when you are presenting and you do notice a mistake, or you do encounter a mistake or a problem, please try by all means not to dwell on the problem, because that's the impact that it had on me, your presentation, when you were saying, yeah, we made a mistake here, or it broke here. You were sort of attacking yourselves out to the point where even in my head, I'm like, yeah, okay, so these guys are not that good, even though you worked hard on it, and even though it's a small error, just try by all means to not dwell on those errors and on those mistakes. So yeah, that's all from me. But otherwise, great job to the team. Yeah, don't shoot yourself in the foot. That's all I have to say. But great job, and let me send you guys those videos so that we get to work together in a team and learn how to do that. Yeah.
Wonderful. All said, Loris. And then also last thing, the sign in button needs work. The sign in section needs work. So yeah. But besides that, well done, guys. Well done. I'm happy. I know this was hard. All right. Okay, Saj, you requested to go next. You guys can go next.
Yes, thank you, Lareth. Our group leader was Tinswalo. She'll be taking over the presentation. So you can take it off, Tinswalo.
Thank you, Sajida. Can everyone hear me? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk you through a little bit of the housekeeping or house cleaning, whatever. So I've had a problem with the project on my end when it comes to seeing what everyone is seeing on their end. So I've asked Sajida to share her presentation in the middle of my presentation, but I'll let her know when to do that. So please don't mind that it's not on my screen, but hers. Okay, I'll share the screen. Okay. Can everyone see the screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Do you see a tiger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Team Tiger. I'm a bit nervous. I'm excited to share the project, but I'm a bit nervous because the whole weight of the team is on my shoulders. So I want to make them proud. We put so much effort and energy into this, so it's kind of hard to just like dwindle on it now. So yeah, welcome to Team Tiger. We are also called Cyber Beasts. We were approached by Melsoft to design a website for one of their clients called TicketStation. And I'll walk you through the whole entire project from the beginning to the end. Before we get into how the website works, I'm going to give you a little bit of a presentation. Come on. Okay, just please give me 1 minute. Okay, there we go. It's working now. Okay, so the content of this presentation, we're going to look at our project's goals and objectives, who the project team was, our project factors, the website live demo, the project execution, and the lessons that we learned. Okay, so I think everyone knows by now, but I'll just say it again. The project goal was to develop an online ticketing system called TicketStation. In this case, TicketStation was designing it for one of their startups that is in the entertainment industry. And they organize events and they wanted to have a host partner where they can, sell their tickets on. So this is what we're doing for Melsoft. The project objectives was to first, we decided we have to do a landing page where users can come in and, get excited about it and then click in to, buy the tickets. And then we had a user authentication system where people can log into the event list. And then it has all the artists that are performing in that area. And then you can book your ticket, which takes you to the ticket booking site. And you can put in your details, how many tickets you want. And then it takes you to your booking success page. So the project team, my wonderful project team, me as the leader, Tinswalo, and we have Tafadzwa, Sajida, and Minentle. How we divided the team is that it was more volunteer than me actually assigning people to be in a certain like back end or front end. So the guys volunteered to do the front end, and then the ladies volunteered to do the back end. Some of the things that we had to take into consideration was, of course, who our client was and what their requirements are, because this would dictate the design elements and color scheme of our website. And we had to look at also the when the presentation was due and what we needed to do, like our timeline. So officially, our team started working officially on Wednesday last week. So we didn't have a lot of time, so we had to plan very well. And that then brings to the foundation planning and meeting that we had to do so we can have a workable design that everybody can use as a foundation and work from there. So the project things that we're to consider again was that we're doing this for a startup and that organizes concerts for bands and solo artists. This is based in the US, so this is for a US customer. And the people who will be buying the tickets are mainly from the US, and the people who are performing are US artists. So that we had to think about that when it comes to, like, you know, using the currency on the pages, on the event cards, and the locations. And also, since this is a night event, most of them are night events, so we decided to make the theme a little darker so that it just gives you that you know, feeling that it's night events. So I'll ask Saj to share her screen, and then we'll walk you through our website. Let me just stop sharing my screen if I can find the page. Okay.
Thank you for that, Nswalo. That was a really good opening. I will share my screen with you guys. Please let me know when you can see it. Can everybody see my screen?
Okay, yeah, we can see it. Okay. I'm gonna try to make my screen a little bit bigger so I can see as well. A little bit. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Saj, for this. Yeah, so our landing page, we had a video. I'm not sure if you can see, because my network is not good at my end. So if you can see, it's a video in the background that shows people having a good time in a concert. So we wanted to bring that energy when people like click on our site or on the ticket station site, that they come across this and they just want to buy a ticket now. So we have the background, we have you know, the welcoming for them and the button that says let's begin. And then we have a footer where we have okay, well, yeah, we have a footer that shows the logo, and also like the icons, social media icons, because anyone who likes to party likes social media. And then we also have a design by the group names. And then any questions that people have, they have a number, which is a US number, and also an email, as well as a location in the US where the company is. Okay, then now we can click on Let's Begin, Saj. Okay, so on the Let's Begin page, we have this awesome background that shows someone who's about to get their ticket booked. Okay, so it gets you excited. It's like you're booking a ticket in the daytime and you're about to turn up nighttime. So we have a heading that says ticket station, and we have a login authentication system where you can put in a username, you can put in your email and a password. So Saj will do that for us right now. And then she'll be able to sign in. Thank you, Saj. Okay, so this brings you to the event list page, which says welcome to Ticket Station. And it just gives you all the event lists that they have at that time. In the beginning, you have a search button where you can search for different artists. You have a filter category where you can filter depending on the solo artist or the band artist. You have a, as well as a filter date for, you know, things that have passed or things that are upcoming. So Saj, if you can just search for, let's search for Chris Brown. Minente likes Chris Brown, so let's search for Chris Brown. Maybe if you start with just the name Chris, and then there he comes up. We have a Chris Brown event card. Yeah, so if you go to a filter category, you can filter by solo artists or band artists. You can choose either one, Saj. Okay, so she chose the solo artist, and then the solo artists come up. And then if you have the band artists come up. And then if you filter, I think we should just go back to all. And then if you filter again by date for the upcoming and past events, upcoming, you have that filtered for you. And yes, and well, as well as the past events. Okay, that's great. So when we come to the events cards, some of them, as you can see, if you go to all Saj, some of them have prices on them that's, you know, priced to what they want, and also zero. So zero was, you know, in place for free. So if it's a free ticket, will be zero. And okay, I see your hand, Debuho, but we'll take your questions at the end if you don't mind. Sorry. Okay, so on the events cards, we'll just take one of the events cards at the beginning. I don't know, Sarge. Maybe let's look at Coldplay. How about Coldplay? Okay, so Coldplay concerts, we have the date there and the time that it's gonna take. So again, this is nighttime. So they're gonna take, place at nighttime, 6, 7, 8, and also the location. It gives us also a category, whether it's a band or a solo artist, and the tickets that are available, as well as the price. So now if we go to buy tickets there, it takes us to the booking site. So this is the part that everybody cries because they have to lose their money. They have to part with their money. So at the beginning in the navigation, we've got ticket station and home and events. So that's where you'll be able to navigate to the other parts of the pages. But on our booking ticket, we just wanted to keep it simple. If you click on any event, it takes that information and puts it on that card, on the event card. So you have everything that you need there, and you don't have to go back to see exactly what time it's taking place, how much it is. And already it populates the, when the event details display, it already populates the price for you. So all you have to do as a customer, you just have to put in your name, your email address, the number of tickets, as well as, okay, then it calculates the total for you. And then at the bottom, we have the footer. Again, it's the same thing as the landing page. So there's no changes in that, just to give people, if people have a problem, like they don't know if they should actually buy the ticket, they can still go on the social media icons and see if maybe this is a legit place or a company or something. But yeah, we can go to the buy ticket button, Saj. Okay, and then it says booking successful. You have your ticket there. Loris is laughing. Don't laugh. We have a ticket there that says ticket station with a barcode, so you don't mess up. People are gonna use that barcode, so you can't lie and say I got the ticket from this website. And it also displays all the event details from the button you clicked in the event list, and then it also populates your name, your email, and it says admits 4. So if even in a case where you have a free ticket, it will still have to say admit something, because people want to know that how many people are going to be at the venue. So they don't want the venue to be flooded. So that's why it says admit 4. So after that, you can either print or go back to the events. Sarge, can you go back to the events just to show that it's working? There we go. Okay, so you can go back to the events and buy more tickets because you've got more money. Okay, so that actually concludes our live demo, but I'll get back to my presentation. So if Sarge, you did a great job. Thank you so much. If you can.
Thank you so much. I'll stop presenting now.
Okay, thank you. And I'll just keep.
Well done, Sinswala. You did so well.
Thank you so much, Sarge. In one. Oh, I'm so sorry. I pressed that button by mistake. Okay, let's get back to the. Okay, so for those who don't have, I'm not sure if Lareth has our JavaScript yet. Again, I want to apologize for the live link. We couldn't get it to work on time. So right after this presentation, we'll just work on it so that you can just work on the, you can play around with it. Yes, I'm so sorry that I'm sure everyone wanted to try it. Okay, so we have a JavaScript breakdown. We wanted to use as much of the object-oriented programming and the stuff that we learned in the past 2 weeks. So you can see on this slides, we have classes. We had a class for a user login and the event list, as well as the ticket booking. And the class list is a constructor that had parameters. So you can see for class user, we had like a name and email password parameters. And then the class events, we had name, date, time, location, category, tickets, and the image that we had. And then we had an extended a class, which is the class ticket, which extended the events class to add the price. So initially it didn't have a price, so we added the price. And just to give you a logic of, for example, the event list, how we went about it, we had a class called event, And again, it had the name, date, time, location, etc. And those are the parameters. And then we assign values of these parameters to the properties of the class by using this. And well, this dot, not just this, but you can see it on the page, on the slides. And if you can see as well on our dates, we had to convert the object using the new date so that we can manipulate and format the date later on in the project. We also included things like the string interpolation, as you can see where we had the location element, so that we can just pull the values of the location from the class event. And then you go to the events where we had a concert variable events that were assigned. They were assigning the variables the events that assigned certain details that we needed for the event cards. And that is in the form of arrays and objects. Sorry about that. And then you can see as well at the bottom, it's got an added price on it. And then we rendered the event details using the function render events. And it's also rendering when it comes to the filter and the date filter as well. So that's kind of like the logic behind just the event list. It's not even the whole entire website, but just to give you a snippet of what we did. So when it comes to the project execution, this was my favorite part. I like working with people. You get to know people. So what we did, because we started on Wednesday and we had limited time, we had to set a foundation. So Tuesday we met up, we talked, and then we thought, okay, at 10 Wednesday, we need to meet up, set a foundation so we can work from it and everybody knows what they're doing. So we had a project timeline where we would divide the tasks according to what people can do and the weight of the tasks as well. So we would have maybe 2 tasks to do, but one has to be a heavier, one bit lighter, you know, so we don't give a lot of heavier stuff to one person, lighter stuff to one person. So because Tafadzwa and Mini were working on the front end, so they would do the landing page, event list, login, ticket booking, and booking success. They would work hand in hand with a JavaScript person. Well, the person who's working on the JavaScript in the back end. But this didn't mean that we couldn't collaborate. We would talk, you know, I don't know if I can say inter-talk, inter-collaborate. We would just help each other where we can. We didn't like just assign it and say, well, you have to do it. We were not going to help you. We were helping each other. So, but we needed someone who would be responsible for a certain page. So if it is not done, I need to know. If I ask somebody, is the landing page done? I know it's under Tafadzwa and Sarge. So they would tell me, okay, the JavaScript end is done, or the landing page front end is done. So whether they get help from anybody in the group, it's fine, but I just need to know, is it done or not? And is it 50%, 70%, things like that. So that's why we had to break the task like that. And then we'd have timelines where even though some of them were like happening at the same time, it's just how we worked so that we can finish the project on time. As you can see, we started on Wednesday and the project is on Sunday. Most people finished before Sunday, actually. But we wanted Monday to be off so we can polish it the best way we can so we can be able to present it today. So that's the project timeline. And then we also had meetings to make sure that everybody's actually working and there's no one slacking off. So I designed this meeting template. It's one of the meeting templates we had where we had to have meetings. So in these meetings, either we all in the meeting or the meeting is the front end guys, because I'm not with the front end. So I don't know if they're having meetings or if someone is lacking. So we had meetings that were official and then we had meetings that were not official. We just talk on WhatsApp if we need to have a meeting quickly with everybody. And yeah, so far so good. Okay, so lessons learned from our group is the collaboration and communication. I think for me, I learned a lot because I'm a person who works by myself and then I communicate here and there, but there was like that need to constantly collaborate and I had to like get out of my shell because of that. So I'm pretty sure that others also learned a great deal, because you're working with 4 people, not just one person. So you have to maneuver around that. So we use communication tools like WhatsApp and Google Meet, obviously also GitHub to work together. Yeah, and we set a foundation that we respect each other, and we all wanted this to work so bad that there were no conflicts really at all. So yeah, and then we also divided responsibilities, like I said, and sometimes you find that you have a responsibility assigned to somebody, but then they would end up working on something else. So we would just adjust accordingly, and then another person will take over that one. So that wasn't a problem on our side. Conflict resolution, we even if we had disagreements, we'll try to find a common ground where we can, kind of progress with the project without like getting on each other's nerves. But like I said, we didn't have a lot of conflict when it comes to that. Like I said, we had the same goal and we had respect for the team members, so it was kind of easy that way. Time management, we had a project timeline, so everybody knew that we need to be finished by a certain time, like Sunday. So that was kind of okay. That's all actually from our side. I just want to quickly thank the group also and appreciate you guys for working tirelessly to get this thing done. I learned a lot about everybody, and it really helped me a lot as a leader to get my leadership skills enhanced, or I don't know what to say, but yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate working with you guys. So if you have any questions and answers, questions, and we'll answer it for you. Thank you.
Wonderful. Loris?
I don't have any words, honestly. Back to you, Larry.
That was beyond remarkable. That was beyond fantastic. I don't have words. It was like, I don't know if you guys have ever watched this show on Netflix. This guy Dave Atterbury, when he takes you underwater and you don't know what to expect. Like next thing you see a shark, the next thing you see the most weirdest animal that you've ever seen. I didn't know what to expect. I just kept getting blown away and blown away and blown away and blown away. There was clear teamwork, there was clear collaboration, there was clear object-oriented programming, there was clear communication. It's like you guys took this personally.
Yeah.
You took this personally. You're like, we cannot lag behind. I'm thoroughly impressed. I'll have to first look at the code as well, just to see. But I actually was going through the code whilst you guys were speaking, because you gave me the Git link. So I'm very impressed. I don't have anything to say. I think you guys are an example. I think you guys, if you guys started your own website development company, just the four of you, and you work the way you're working, you'll make good money. You'll make serious money, and I would invest. I would invest in your company.
Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Loris?
Yeah, I think I can say a couple words now. Holding it in. But, yeah, well done, guys. I honestly, I'm very, very. What we're gonna do with this one is, on this recording, we're gonna cut from the beginning of the presentation to the end of the presentation, and we're gonna send everyone this video, every single person, because this was breathtaking. I love the fact that you guys took the time to make the presentation, as in the PowerPoint slides, all of that. Those are additions that honestly they count towards everything, because the way that you presented it, no wonder why you guys said no to stopping us from.
Yeah, we were tired, we haven't slept, so
it makes a lot of sense now. I see why. I also like the way that there was a lot of collaboration, the way that the tasks are detailed, the way that the meetings are detailed and taken down as well. It seems as if everything is functioning, though we haven't seen the in-depth code. You also had snippets of your code there. That was really good. The colors are amazing. I'm glad it's the men who did the front end as well. That's a bit different. That's a bit different.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's really good as well. And overall, honestly, I'm Yeah, Theodora, I saw your hand. You're trying to raise your hand. Please just help me to comment here.
No, this is so insane. This is so beautiful. Like, I even see where we're lacking. I know where we can improve. This is very inspirational. Like, this is so beautiful, guys.
Thank you,
This
dear.
is nice.
Thank you.
Honestly, we really learned a
Thank
lot. I
you.
personally got something from this.
Thank
Thank,
you.
thank you.
Yeah.
Well done, guys. Well done. So the one thing that's left is for you to deploy it. I'm sure
Yeah,
you
yeah.
won't have an issue with that. And then, yeah, I'll also add more comments on where you guys can improve just to get you to that next level. But there's not much. Well done, guys.
Thank you so much, Larry.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Awesome. All right.
Larry, can we have like a maybe 3 minute break just to take that in
Mm,
and just go and
yeah,
grab
let's have
a
a
coffee or something?
2
Yeah.
minute break,
Yeah.
and then at 104, okay, 3 minute break. So at 104, let's have the next team, Tebo's team. Is that the last team? Do we have 3 or 4? We have 3 teams, right?
We had 4, but then I think the last team is not yet ready.
Okay. All right. So we'll have the last team to go at 105 because we've taken another minute off. All right, all right. Let us have the last team, the team of Tebo, Kenneth, and Co. Ready when you are, guys.
Okay, hi everyone. Thank you so much, Mr. Larry. All right, so I will be presenting on behalf of my team, and my team was made up by Kenneth, Janine, and Kanye, and myself. I'm just gonna present my screen. Yeah. All right, are you guys able to see my screen?
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, welcome to Oops Nightlife, everyone. Proudly presented to you by Howla. So the first thing I would like to locate you is our sign up page. All right, so we have this beautiful sign up page. You're able to put in your full name and then your address, your email address, and also your password. Okay, and then when you sign up, this will locate you to a welcome page, and then you can go back to our home page where you can enjoy this beautiful website and book your tickets. All right. So on our nav bar, we have these different sections. This will be our about page that just tells you about my favorite artist of all times, J. Cole. I mean, come on. And then he's also accompanied by Mr. Masego himself. And then we also have a schedule where for all the different events, we have the different days and the different performers or artists that will be performing on that day, which was just a little nugget to add to our app. And then this part was made by Kanye, where you are able to see the different events that we have. Um, and then you can scroll back and forth, and then you'll be able to buy your tickets over here, which is also functional. But before I go there, I'd like to show you guys our very popular tickets that are mostly purchased by people on our site. And then we have the early bird and the standard ticket. So if you'd like
Sorry,
to,
Tebo. Sorry. Please share the link quickly, the one that you're viewing on. Okay, thank you.
all right. All right, so I'll be locating you guys to our buy ticket section. Oops, sorry. Okay, and then this takes you to the different event tickets that you can book on our site. We have the J. Cole Live, Masego Live, Oops Night Live, as well as J. Cole and Masego shutting it down for us. So for you to be able to book a ticket on the site, you have to click on this view ticket button, and then this will locate you to this beautiful modal element that will show you the date, the location, as well the number of tickets that you can book. So it is also very picky because you cannot book -1 tickets, and it will alert you that you have entered an invalid number of your tickets. And then I think the maximum that you can go is 10 tickets for each booking. So it will also alert you that we do not have enough tickets for you to book 11, right? So I'm just gonna book 10 tickets, and then I'm gonna press on this button to book now. And then now we have this confirmation modal that will tell you that your booking was confirmed. And then it will also show you the event, the date, the location, and the number of tickets that you bought, and also randomly give you a confirmation number as well. All right, and then I'm quickly gonna share the code. All right, so this is the JS file that we have for our main ticket form. What we used was classes, all right? And then I'm gonna quickly share. We know that classes are like the blueprint or the template for objects, okay? And then after that, I looked at the disadvantages and advantages of using classes. and it showed me that it's very clear and concise to use classes, as well as it's easier for us to set up the inheritance part of it, because we were supposed to incorporate the 4 pillars of OOP, and using classes really helped us to do that. All right, and then in terms of me explaining this code, this is the class event that we have with a constructor function that has these different parameters that will initialize the properties and their values. And then next we have an array, right? So we have an array of event objects, and then this array is just representing each event, right? And then in each event we have different arguments passed in it, which is the text that you saw on the UI, which is the JCO live, the date, the location, as well as the number of tickets that you booked, for example. All right, and then the next part is the event list container. This code just simply allows you to display the list of events, right? And then next part that we have is us iterating through each and every event that we have. So the code iterates through the array for the event object, and then it creates a div element for each object using the create element method, which we wouldn't have to do if we were using React. That's why I love React so much. But then we had to do that for every single event, which was very time consuming. All right, and then next part that we have, each div element now contains the different properties that we have, which is the view tickets, event location, event date, and event name. All right, and then also the button that we have over here. Okay, before I go there, let me just explain the ticket modal. Okay, so the ticket modal is the part where you open the ticket modal and then it displays the event name, the date, the location, and the book now button. Whenever you press the book now button, it will check that the number of tickets entered is valid. And if it is, then the function will deduct the number of booked tickets from the available tickets. And then it will generate a random confirmation number. Our confirmation details are then displayed to the confirmation modal, and then the ticket modal is then closed and the confirmation is opened, which is exactly what I showed you guys over here. Whenever you press here and then you book, that's what the code will do for you. Okay, and then last part I'm gonna say is generating a unique number for each ticket. So what we did is we created a function named generate confirmation number, and then we declared the chars variable that uses a string of all these different alphabets and the numbers from 0 to 9, right? And then it will put it into a string randomly using .random and math.floor, looping through that chars variable. And then that's how you are able to get this unique confirmation number of each ticket. And then I think that's it from us, guys. Yeah, that's it from us. And then, yeah, thank you, Mr. Larry. Back to you.
Great stuff. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Please walk us through the teamwork. How did you guys work as a team? Who did what? Who slacked?
Well, I'm not gonna name names, but I'm just gonna say we tried really, really hard to work together. But most of the time, Kenneth and I were communicating together, and I was the team lead, so I was very disappointed with my team. But I'm happy that Kenneth was able to be there in terms of the communication and just us being able to schedule meetings. We did schedule 2 meetings where the whole group met up together, and it went well. But I just didn't like that people were not communicating on what they were struggling with during the whole project. That's why we faced that someone had to do extra work because you didn't communicate that you don't know how to create authentication, for example. So I was responsible for the landing page, and then Janine was supposed to do the login page and the sign up page. features of the app were supposed to be created by Kanye, and then Kenneth and I both worked on the design and the OOP development of the page as well.
Yes, Loris.
I just want to hear from Tebuho in terms of how you were going about communicating. What exactly was the issue? Was it a matter of people not responding, or they didn't know what was expected of them?
Okay, in terms of, I think the main issue for us was Git, right? Because everyone had to create their own branch, and then you were supposed to be able to work on your branch so that we could be able to merge everything in the end. But people were struggling with that. So it came across as if maybe you didn't do your part when we were supposed to get everything together, right? And then in terms of Janine, she said that I didn't communicate properly to her that when you are creating a login page or an authentication system, you're supposed to make it functional. For me, that was like a given. It was a given that you're supposed to make it functional because everyone is creating their own part and it has to be functional because we are working on a JavaScript level. So I don't know how I could have communicated that better to her, but maybe next time I will try to have like specifications of what exactly is expected of every single person. That was the main issue. And then other than that, I think we did pretty well.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to dwell on the negatives. This was a really well done project. I must say, it is absolutely brilliant. The work that you guys did is amazing. I love the user interface, the dark theme, the orange, the white. You can clearly tell that there's a there's a there's a UI UX designer behind this when there isn't. So that means, Tebo, if you're the one who did front end, if you hate code, you have a great career waiting for you in UI UX design. But if you love code, then even better, you'll be a killer front end dev. Great job. I really don't want to dwell on the negatives because the OOP principles were well adhered to. Everything was really well done. I would have thought that the team worked well together based on just looking at the output, but now we're learning that there are skeletons in the closet that we'll need to pull out and kill, right? But yeah, I'm happy. I'm really happy. I'm really happy to hear that. So yeah, Loris.
Yeah, just to echo on what you're saying, amazing. Like from even the animation behind the ticket station login page there, you can tell that the elements that you used here, like you really looked for your things and particularly placed them from the video that's at the back on the sorry, on the hero section to just even the fonts to the functionality of the site and everything. Well done to everyone who was part of this team. I really like the way that the code was commented as well. You commented that pretty well, and we could really tell what's going on even before looking at the actual code. So that again was amazing. And not gonna lie, you guys made it work. You made it work regardless of the challenges that you had, and you produced. So I feel like this is also a lesson to everyone who's watching, where if you face a problem in a project regarding like all the other people that you're with as well, it's still possible to produce something that is excellent. So well done to you guys for that. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Back to you, Larry.
Brilliant. All right, guys. Well done. I'm happy. I'm happy. This is a pass in my eyes. This is brilliant. It's a great project. And I think also Saj and them didn't do you guys favors. I think Saj and them should have gone last because yeah. Anyways, it's still a great project. I'm really happy. I think you guys did a great job. I know how hard object oriented programming is. It's not easy and it takes time. So if anyone feels like they still haven't grasped it, please let me know so that you can stay on the next cohort, right? Please don't rush. I don't want you guys to rush to finish the course if you haven't grasped this concept, because this is the most important concept in programming. With OOP, you can take it to Python, you can take it to C Sharp, you can take it to Java, you can take it to PHP, you can take it to any other programming language if you have fully grasped this. So if you still feel like you need more time on it, if you still feel like you need more time on JavaScript fundamentals, if you still need more time on ES6 as well, and if you need more videos from me to go through each concept and explain how it works and to write code for each concept, and you still need to spend time on that, please let me know. Don't rush going to the next stage. But with that said, I'm very happy. Thank you so much to the three teams. One impressive thing that you all did well was you delivered. And that is what we wanted to see. We just wanted to see a delivery, whether it's a delivery that still needs a lot of work, or it's a delivery that exceeded expectations. You delivered. And if I'm a client and I come to you and I say I need this by Tuesday the 4th of July, and you give me something by 4th of July, I'm not going to be too upset. I'm going to be like, okay, great, let's fix this, instead of not having anything at all. Right. So well done to everyone who managed. Unfortunately, for the guys that failed to meet the deadline, you guys need to join the May cohort, because yeah, I mean, I think we were very clear, we were very straightforward that those are the consequences, right? And it's not a punishment. It's we see you need more time, please spend more time on it. But then we're also going to assess from an individual level. So we're going to speak to all the group leaders. They'll let us know what went down in their team, who needs more work, and then all those that need more work. If you know yourself that you need more work on object-oriented programming and ES6 and JavaScript fundamentals, please let me know. Don't rush this. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Don't rush, because what's going to happen is if you rush to go to the next stage and you still haven't grasped this, then you're gonna have a problem with JavaScript, because JavaScript is arrow functions, all the whole thing. I mean, React, it's all arrow functions, right? It's all ES6. When you get to writing backend logic for your apps, it's all objects. So if you don't understand it, or you don't have a solid grasp of the fundamentals, then you're only doing yourself a disservice by continuing. And yeah, unless you feel like you can make up for lost time, you can continue. That's absolutely fine. But I'm very happy. So the next steps are, what we're gonna do now is today, the rest of the day, you guys are gonna get a day off. John Andre, you can have some beer if you want. I don't recommend it, but sure. The rest of the day, you guys will be off. And then tomorrow, you will be starting on a new section, but we're not gonna start on React just yet, right? This section that you're gonna work on is Git and GitHub in detail. So we're gonna create a little bonus. So the videos are on like a bonus little section where you're going to learn Git commands, you're going to learn Git branching, Git merging, pushing, pulling, forking, undoing, all the common Git practices that you need on a day-to-day basis. And then after that, you're going to have 1 week, right? So this is from today until next week. You're going to work on another project in your same teams. We don't want to chop and change teams as yet. So it's the same teams, one project, but this time the the key thing is all your collaborations need to be done in Git. There's no, I mean, of course, there's WhatsApp for communication and all these things, but everything needs to be on Git. It has to be Git branches and merging, pulling, pushing, and all that. It's only Git. That's what you'll be assessed on between now and next week, Tuesday. And it's going to be another object-oriented programming exercise because if you guys, I want you guys to get jobs. We want you guys to get hired. We know this is it. This is it. I can tell you, there's so many developers out there who call themselves developers that don't have these skills that you guys have now, these fundamentals. And these are the guys that will get replaced by AI because they don't have the fundamentals laid down, and you guys have them. So just one more project on Oops, and it's not gonna be very hectic. It's gonna be less hectic than the last one, but it's going to test a lot of Oops. And yeah. And then also before you start tomorrow, you'll also have your scores, your grading. I'm gonna do those personally. See where you guys need help with and where you can improve on your Oops and on your front end design as well. But don't worry too much about front end because you'll have a UX designer when you're working. So yeah, Loris.
Yeah, and then I just want to ask the group that did not manage to deliver and present to stay on the call so that we just talk about it and see what exactly happened and how to move forward. But yeah, that's all from me. Super job to everyone who did present. You guys deserve a 1 day break. You deserve to take the rest of your day off. And yeah, that's all from me. Back to you, Larry. Seems you're muted.
Thank you, Loris. I wanted the group leaders to stay on the call so that we can just finish with that. Because I just wanted to grade. But if you wanted the Shasha's group to stay,
I mean,
all right, I'll call them. I can call them individually.
I mean, they could all just stay.
Okay, I'll call them individually. It's okay. It's all good. So well done, guys. Next up is Git and GitHub in more detail. No more gazing your way throughout Git. Yeah, you're gonna learn how to actually use it pretty well. Tebo is going to be very hands-on because she's the princess of Git. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone. I'm very happy. Well done to everyone who submitted. It doesn't matter how well. Okay, of course it matters how well you did, but congratulations to everyone who submitted. I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very proud of you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.